I have been traveling the world for almost 1 year now. You can't imagine how many experiences I have made. I am overwhelmed, my head is full, and suddenly I am in India. How did I get here? I remember being excited. I remember being lost or sad. I don't know.
Almost there.
I left Nico this morning and
9 hours later.
we have been traveling for almost 1 year together. We shortly separated in Portugal, but yeah, when you're traveling together, it's not like everyone has their own thing at some point in the day. You do everything together, so it's weird going from 24/7 being together, seeing each other, to not hearing from each other because Nico doesn't have a phone. And yeah, it started with this.
Bonjour. Ça va? I'm back in Über. It's where we spent like 9 days on this farm, and I'm here to be safe and punctual to the flight. I'm back at the most beautiful camp spot. I hope Nico's day went as well as mine did. But I'm super exhausted.
I only realized when lying down in my tent after this long day of traveling that this will be the first night ever for me sleeping alone in a tent, and it turned out to be very liberating.
It's 8 in the morning. I'm at the airport in Casablanca and we'll fly to Abu Dhabi in 1 hour, and then I'll be staying at the airport for 7 hours and fly another 3 hours to New Delhi. I'm so excited. 2 sunsets and maybe like 5 hours of sleep max later, but I'm in India.
Whole world is crazy, don't you think? Everyone seems to be in their own world with their own problems, and then on top of that there are the problems of this world, the pain we see in the news, or when you're traveling the way we are, you see it every day in front of your eyes. It's overwhelming, and I sometimes wonder how people can go out to work every day. Like, I'm honestly asking if someone has an answer for me. How do you do this? Like, with everything that's happening, how do you function without constantly crying or lashing out at the smallest thing? I'm just like so glad that I found this place here in India. It's a farm, and I'm looking forward to just processing everything that happened so far and taking time for myself. Like, when do we actually have time just being with ourselves, with our thoughts and emotions, and just processing and letting go? Like, when? Everyone who knows me knows I love baking. Baking for me is this one thing that calms me down, that brings me back to earth. That one thing that on the one hand lets me process any thought, or on the other hand just completely let go of any thought. and completely be. Just be in this moment, me and my hands preparing something delicious. I missed baking a lot during this trip, and every opportunity I get, I take it. So luckily, some of the work I was able to do on this farm, besides watering the plants or picking some fruits, was baking. And I also started a sourdough starter to bake some bread. Oh my god, it felt so good. Been doing yoga daily lately because I have the space and the time, which isn't always the case when we are traveling. So I'm very grateful right now, and it has been amazing. I feel so good doing yoga every day. But yeah, it's like 45 degrees and it's always like more hot yoga than anything else, but it's kind of cleansing, so it's nice. It's a full moon today, and I have decided to change into something pretty and braid my hair just for myself. Just for myself. Sometimes taking care of the outside immediately lifts up the inside. What I have realized that when you don't show up for yourself, when you don't love yourself, you cannot show up or love anyone else. When you are unhappy, it's most likely people around you will feel your unhappiness and feel down themselves. Taking care of yourself can be the biggest gift you can give people around you. Just woke up feeling really sick. Morning. I think I'll be staying in bed the whole day. I'm still in bed. I feel so tired. They brought me something to hydrate. Yeah, maybe it's the heat. Or I feel very weak and tired. I am back on my feet. Slowly recovering. I really thought I was over like all this tiredness of the traveling. But apparently my body was like, no, you gotta rest. You gotta sleep. I think I slept like the last 3 days straight. Only sleep. Now you might think if you're like traveling the world full time, you should be rested and like always with lots of energy because you're just traveling, right? But what you don't get is that traveling is a lot, like just getting from one place to the other, not knowing what to expect, always keep an open mind, and like, yeah, it's like you challenge yourself every day. You get to something new every day. You get out of your comfort zone every day. So it's lots of new things and not really the time to
appreciate the new things sometimes because you don't have the time to fully like reflect on what has happened so far. So it like accumulates and gets a lot. So I think my body has, just stuffed some stuff inside because there was no time or space to go through it. So yeah, here I am, just taking time, and feels really good. It's also part of traveling, I guess, just slowing down, not moving every day from place to place, but being at one place for a longer time to really enjoy every part of it. I think I've never actually told you where I am right now. I am at this farm in the north of India. From this water tank tower where I'm sitting right now, you can see kind of the whole farm. And that's where I've spent most of my evenings. And there's this main cabin, main house, where is the living area, the cooking space, workspace where you can do pottery and stuff, and also my room is there, and another room where some workers who work on the farm live, and Sid's room. Then there's the other house here where the parents of Sid live, but there's also space to have some guests. And then there's these cottages where they are really nice, where guests can just pop in, and we had some guests the last days, and it was a really nice atmosphere, just really nice place here. I love the area and just enjoying the sun, the green, doing nothing, being at one place for so long. Oh my god, look at that sunset.
Life can get so fast and hectic sometimes, and the farm brought back some calm and quiet. I love traveling with Nico, but man, you gotta be so careful that you are not just checking off some bucket list and at some point look back and be like, hey, what happened? Where am I? Did I really enjoy this?
Today I'm picking up some plastic all the way on the road to the property. I honestly enjoyed being indoors so much because in Africa we mostly lived outside. The kitchen was outside. We lived in our tent most of the time. Yeah, there was really no life inside. And here it's so hot during the day, and in general, I'm just so glad that I can be indoors. It's really such a luxury to be able to have a room, like a closed room. It's crazy. I'll just keep telling myself that these clouds mean rain at some point. Maybe not today, but soon.
Taking it all in, all of it. This, what we call life, it can be overwhelming. I got momentarily lost in its beauty, in its destruction, trying to take me under with it. I just had to stop for a moment and breathe, come back to the now, taking it breath by breath, concentrating on everyday life, being happy every day. What makes you happy? I mean, this sourdough bread is definitely something that made me proud. I mean, is there something better than warm, freshly baked bread right out of the oven with some butter? And the rain, oh my god, the rain. After 4 months of just heat and not one single drop, The rain was invigorating. It's like taking a breath after being under the water for too long. Don't let the world take you under. Come back up. You can do this.